This episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym. Check out all our locations on Facebook and online at australianmuscle.com.au. Thursday Thunder.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to everyone watching and listening.
It's been a long break. It's been about 5 weeks, I think, since we did the last one.
Yeah, we set up the camera and didn't know what to do. It's been too long.
Since then, Ari's been to Europe. And we just had a bit of a break. There's lots going on, lots been happening. Oh, how are you going anyway? On track with everything?
Everything's on track so far. Can't complain.
How did you guys go over Christmas?
What did I do over Christmas again? I can't remember.
Yeah. No, I meant basically everyone carries on about putting on weight. I actually dropped body fat over Christmas.
So did I. Yeah, I didn't really. I had it like.
Does that mean we're nerds?
I think so.
No, look, I still enjoyed myself, but I just didn't go stupid on anything. No. I didn't drink because alcohol is the biggest killer when it comes to putting on body fat. So I tried to avoid alcohol as much as possible, and I was pretty sensible. And I've actually come out. We did my check-in last week, and I came out leaner. So dropped some millimeters, which was really good.
And that's not saying we didn't eat though, because we ate a fair bit. I think you and I had about 4 different things to go to, and then I was just over the next period, a couple of days, eating everything else, and it was good though, because we still trained. We didn't really, even on the little, like before trips, we went, okay, let's go have a quick deadlift session, and then we left, and that was it.
No, we kept training. We didn't miss any training sessions or anything. So yeah, I feel really good. I'm going into our next block of training, which we've just started.
And so far, I'm not a fan. It's odd, and I'm doing movements I've never done before.
Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It doesn't seem like it hurts, but it does. It's weird. It's very weird.
Speaking of training, did you see the hate that I got yesterday?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw it first thing in the morning. It popped up and I had to read, and I just...
Yeah, look, I just saw a post come up and someone said, it was on some bodybuilding page on Facebook, and the post pretty well just came up and it just said, anyone on here train with light weights and high reps?
Yeah.
And I just commented on there, why be weak?
Yeah, why train to be weak?
Yeah, why train to be weak?
We're something we've touched on numerous times.
Yeah, and it was amazing, the hate I got on, if you want to measure your penis lengths and all this and do single rep lifts, and where I didn't say nothing about single rep lifts.
No, you just said, why train to be weak? I mean, if you know your muscles can push out X amount of 60 kilos, why drop it to 30 and do the exact same amount?
Exactly right, yeah. And if you're training with high reps, if you're training with 20 pounds for 50 reps, well, next time try to do 20 pounds for 55 reps.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You should always try to get progression in your training. And we've touched on this so many times. And it doesn't mean doing we do very few single 1 rep lifts.
We like...
Very few.
We were just talking about yesterday where someone asked me, well, what's your bench press? It's like, well... I don't know my 1 rep max, but I can bench 100 kilos to 23 reps. So what does that equate to?
Exactly right. Yeah. So your strength doesn't have to be based on a 1 RM.
No, it doesn't. And
it doesn't. My strength is based on a particular weight for so many reps, and then it works out a calculated 1 RM. And if you're progressing over that, you're reaching those targets. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's progressive overload.
I can tell you one thing: my deadlift has gone up, my bench has gone up, my squat has gone up.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and I've been doing only 1 rep max stuff.
No.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was really funny how people straight away assumed one thing.
It was brilliant.
One thing that was always telling me is that you should never assume. You know why? Because it makes an ass out of you and me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Anyway, another question that has popped up a lot, and I've seen this, and someone asked me this the other day. Now, I'm going to go on, this is something I also saw on another personal trainer's videos, which was James Smith.
Yep.
Which we are big fans. Big fans of James Smith. Yep. So if you have a look up James Smith PT on Facebook. He does daily videos, and look, while he's still another personal trainer, but his views on everything are very simplistic.
Yeah, they're
and I pretty well, 95% of what he says is pretty well spot on. And he's very good. He's entertaining to listen to as well. Anyway, the question that came up, and James covered this in a video, and it was really ironical because I had it at the shop too, where someone asked, can a cheat meal derail your progress? Say if you're on a cut-in phase and once a week you have a cheat meal. Now, yes, it can.
Yeah.
You agree?
I can agree if it's used. If someone uses it incorrectly, hell yeah,
exactly right.
Can.
And for instance, to put this simply, if you're on a calorie deficit of every day, say 200 calorie deficit, so which means that you're burning 200 calories a day above what you're consuming. All right. To put yourself into a weight loss situation, you have to be in a calorie deficit.
Exactly.
So if you're in a calorie deficit of 200 calories a day, so over a course of 7 days, it's 1,400 calorie deficit you've applied to yourself, which means that you should be losing maybe half a kilo to 3/4 of a kilo.
And that's not counting on obviously your physical expenditure as well. That's just baseline.
Yeah. So if you then go in and throw in a cheat meal of 2 pizzas, ice creams, some KFC and whatever, and you throw in a 3,000 calorie cheat meal on top of that, well, you've pretty well wiped out your 1,400 calorie a week deficit.
Yeah. And there you go. You put yourself into a surplus and you might have potentially gained weight.
You could potentially gain weight. Now, this has actually, I've experienced this where I have been on just a small calorie deficit and I was wondering why I wasn't losing any body fat, and as soon as I cut back on that cheat meal, either cut back on it in that I reduced the calories of that cheat meal, or then I actually fasted on the day of the cheat meal so that I wasn't burning as many consuming as many calories, I started losing body fat.
Yeah.
So yes, a cheat meal can derail your progress, and very quickly.
Yeah, we should do a whole podcast on cheat meals and how they go and sort of stuff. Would be fun.
So so bear that in mind. It can, it's how you use your cheat meal in all the rest of the calories that you consume during that week that will determine. Yes. Okay. Back for part 2. All right, moving right along. So, you've got the Arnold Classic list for Australia came on.
Yes.
And what a lineup!
It is.
That's actually, I would say, right up there. This is one of the best lineups ever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely for an Arnold Classic. Mine is obviously a bit Kai Green, but it's still a great lineup.
Well, there's a number of top 10 Olympia competitors in there.
There's a few new faces as well.
Yeah.
So going down the list, first one off the lot, we have Dennis Wolf back after God knows how long. Yeah, well that's interesting. Did you see the photo of Dennis Wolf? I did, yeah. It was only from the back, but I saw also the same photo where they put his photo before he had his injury. Yeah. And he's nowhere near that size. Not. But he'll put it back on really quickly. Muscle memory is a very powerful thing. But he's got 8 weeks to go. Yep. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be ready. Kevin Levrone as well, and he's talking up big things. He's actually, I'm going to bring the best I ever have, but just... This is Kevin Swangsong. He has said that he's retiring for good after this. But he won't be in the top 10. No. William Bonac. There's your winner. Yeah. William Bonac. We're calling it out now. Steve Kuklo. Steve Kuklo, top 10. Top 10? Yep. Rolly and Cedric. Now, Rolly is looking just... You saw the picture of Rolly? Oh my God. He's in a... Yeah, he just looks massive. Yeah. I mean, look, Rolly is big, but I don't think he's got the shape to beat Bonac or Cedric. Yeah. But then again, we're going to say that with Cedric, what we say every time is that he's so hit or miss. Yeah. He's either going to come in looking like crap or he's going to win the whole thing. Yeah, yeah. So... Now, following the 2-1-2s jumping into the open now, we've got Hidetada Yamagishi coming into the opens. That's really weird that he's gone into the opens, considering he's done really well. He won the Arnold Classic, I'm pretty sure, in the 212. Yeah, he did. Yeah. He's won a few of them, actually. That's right. So, that's strange that he's gone back up into the opens. I think maybe he's just following on with, what's his face did? The Boston Mass, what's his name? I forgot his name. Yes. But yeah. There we go. Jonathan De La Rosa, Lucas Osladil, Fred Smalls, Akeem Williams. Akeem Williams, he'll be top 10. Darren, I can't remember him right. Onakawa. There we go. He's the New Zealand guy. He's big, like he's massive, but he's just all over the place with his physique. Yeah. Steve Orton. Also New Zealand. Yep. Sam Pearce and Nathan Williamson.
They're the two Aussies.
Two Aussies are competing in the...
So, who is going to win out of those two? If that was a show between the two of them, who do you think? Nathan or Sam?
I'm saying Nathan.
Yeah, I'd go with Sam.
Good one. See who plays higher.
Yeah.
Luke Sandow and Lionel Bayeki, followed by a guy named Jafar Shevahazadim Aziz. I don't know who that is, but good on him.
That is a great list. There's about, what, 18, I think?
18, 19 competitors.
So that is the most competitors, I think, ever at the Australian.
And count it out, you got 1, 2, 3... Like 8 or 9 top 10s there already, and then you said there was 2 more that
there is talk, and it wouldn't surprise me if Dexter Jackson comes and Roden. They're doing the Arnold Classic USA.
Yes, they're both confirmed.
I really don't see why they wouldn't come over. And Dexter's won the Arnold Australia a number of times, and he likes coming here. So it really won't be a surprise if those 2 are added to the list. If it is, well then he's going to throw. The whole prediction's totally out the window. Yeah.
But if they were to be on this list and came into the exact same condition they did last time they competed, what do you reckon?
Throwing them into the list?
Yeah, throwing them in based on their last performance, their last condition.
If it's based on their last performance, Dexter wouldn't win. But I'm going to say that Dexter will win. Because Dexter somehow dials in so good for these Arnold Classics and everything. I honestly think this year is going to be Dexter's last year.
Yeah, no, he's pushing 50 now, isn't he?
I reckon he's going to do a number of shows, he's going to clean up on the circuit, and he's going to finish at the Olympia and he's going to quit.
Yeah. Or he'll try to push himself to 50.
Yeah. But if Dexter competes, I'd say I'd put him up there.
Yeah. Even above Bonac?
Yes, I think so. I think he can beat Bonac. I don't think Bonac travels very well out of the Northern Hemisphere.
His body just acclimates wrongly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you know, and if Bonac isn't in condition, well then he's just another small, big guy, sort of, you know. Yeah.
So 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna go Bonac. I'm gonna chuck in.
Don't put in Roden or Dexter because they're not on the official list.
No, I'm going Bonac first. Cedric second if he comes in, and I think Hide might come third.
Really?
I'm putting Hide up there.
No Rowley?
No, I'm like you say. I think he's just going to that point where he's getting too big.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bonac, Rowley, Cedric for my top 3. After that, I mean,
then it's just an open playing field.
I think so. Yeah.
Nathan Williamson. And
Akeem Williams. He comes in shape. He can be right up there in the top 4 or 5.
Same with Lionel Bayeki. He comes.
Lionel Bayeki, exactly right. So, I mean, but it is an awesome list.
Yeah.
So, I'm seriously thinking of flying down and going to see this.
Leave me here.
Do you want to come with me?
I would love to.
We'll fly over overnight.
We'll bring the camera and do a vlog.
Yeah.
First vlog.
Yeah. Maybe we will do that actually because that is a really, really good show. Considering last year was like 6 or 7 competitors, it was really poor. So, well done to Tony Doherty, and if you can pull through Dexter and Sean Roden as well, then it's going to be nuts. It really will be nuts. Show. Anyway, let's move along. What else has been happening? Eddie Hall wins the World's Strongest Man,
which was inevitable. We were watching the Born Strong Netflix documentary, which is highly recommended.
So what was that show?
Called Born Strong.
On Netflix, that's right. Yep. Born Strong. Look that up. It's a new Strongest Man documentary, and he focuses on Eddie Hall,
Hathor, and Brian Shaw, and also Zadrunas Zavickas.
Yes.
So it actually is a great documentary. I've watched it 2-3 times already. It's insane.
Really good. But getting back onto it, so Eddie Hall wins the World's Strongest Man, and the highlights definitely was that squat session.
Yeah.
And that's pretty well. He won that and the deadlifts, which is what pushed him into the lead, and he won it. So if you have a look on YouTube, you can watch that finals. It goes for about 90 minutes. Very, very entertaining.
Yeah, it is very good. But he did 320 kilos for 15 reps.
15 reps.
15 reps.
And they were all like just touch and go, touch and go. Yeah. It was crazy. It was just crazy to watch. Man. So even if you just Google Eddie Hall, World's Strongest Man squats, and just watch that, is just incredible power and strength.
And he has said that he's not doing World's Strongest Man anymore.
No, and he's finishing this weekend on the Britain's Strongest Man. I saw a post on Facebook that's his swan song.
Yeah.
Then he's quitting. He says he's looking forward to dropping 200 pounds.
Yeah. He needs as well. You can tell he's just like, I hate moving around this heavy. My knees hurt. Everything hurts.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Look, I think we've chatted on long enough for this one.
Yeah.
We've got lots of stuff to talk about, but we'll just run them over into our other Thursday Thunders. If you've got any questions, don't forget to send them through now that we're back. Any comments, just comment below. Send us a Facebook message, text message. New product.
Yeah.
So Albuterex is back. Yes. So we are we're going to follow this video up with an AM review on Albuterex. Now in tablets.
Yeah, tablets.
That's interesting.
It is very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another thing is just a reminder on Season A is now well and truly on its way here in Adelaide. And around the country. So we have got the ICN Adelaide Classic is on April the 22nd at the Norwood Concert Hall, and we have got a ICN Get Stage Ready seminar, free seminar, on January the 28th at 1 p.m. at Iron Industry Gym in the city, Light Square in the city. Check out the ICN Facebook page for the event details. So if you are thinking of competing, you haven't competed before, even if you're thinking of competing later on in any ICN show, these seminars cover everything about competing, how to enter, all the divisions available, guidelines to the divisions, everything will be explained on the day. So come and check it out. It's free on January the 28th, 1 p.m. at the Iron Industry Gym in the Light Square in the city. Like I said, check out the ICN South Australia Facebook page for all the details.
Yes.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Well, it was good to be back.
It was, first one 2018.
I've missed filming them.
Yeah, get a whole bunch of
so
stuff.
Don't forget, this is available on YouTube as a video and in iTunes as a audio podcast.
Also on SoundCloud, I believe.
Also on SoundCloud.
Android devices.
So don't forget to subscribe to Australian Muscle on all those platforms. That's it. Thanks, guys, and we'll catch you guys next week on Thursday Thunder.
Bye-bye.